All right, so back after much delay and upon furthering demand from the fans, thank you all. Your service is appreciated, and mine is too. That's why you're back here watching the servicing of America. So we continue in our quest for truth. It's a third eye, and we're gonna take a look at what's going on today in the news sphere. So what's happening out there? We don't know yet. We're about to find out, but let's give it a shot. I'm not sure yet. Let's see here. Now we're in private browsing. We've gone over this before. This means that there are no cookies feeding us. We don't need any more cookies. Look at me, dude. I mean, and so here we go. Oh, my cigarettes are hidden. I need to get my cigarettes because you know the drill. We need cigarettes here. Let's make sure that this is gonna work out for us here. Kind of worried about it. Go to YouTube, and we're gonna go to news. What the hell? Wait, is it news time? I think it's news time. I'm your host, Dirty Oakley. Almost forgot who I was. Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh-oh, what the fuck? What's going on here?
Earth Funeral is a local end-of-life provider. We
Back
do
at you.
soil
Coming at you.
transformation,
Back at it again.
referred to as
Good afternoon. We are coming on the air, streaming at this hour with breaking news out of Palm Springs, where a massive explosion took place outside the fertility clinic right across the street from a major hospital in Palm Springs. Investigators and firefighters now combing through the massive debris field right now. This is a live look from Air 7 of that fertility clinic. And you can see there is extensive damage to this building. We believe the car was parked on the left side of your screen in the parking lot, but the force of it sent part of that building out into the street. That is actually Palm Canyon Drive on
What
that
the
side of the
fuck
road.
is going on out here?
American Reproductive Center.
Jeez.
It happened about 11 o'clock today. It is on Indian Canyon Drive. That's the side of the parking lot, but I believe the road on the right side is Palm Canyon Drive. That's the road that takes you directly into downtown Palm Springs. And that source telling ABC News there's also an active search right now to see if there are any other explosive devices planted around this scene or around the city of Palm Springs. Once that search is completed, investigators say then we will learn more about exactly what happened.
You know what happened. We all know what happened. Okay, we're going to youtube.com. We're checking out the news. That was fucked up, and we know what happened there, right? So, let's see what's going on here. We're doing the news. Okay.
This morning, the Supreme Court ruling the Trump administration must give Venezuelans more time to challenge their deportations under an 18th century law. In the 7-2 decision, the justices saying notice roughly 24 hours before removal, devoid of information about how to exercise due process rights to contest that removal, surely does not pass muster. The ruling dealing a blow to President Trump's efforts to use the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to send Venezuelans, who he says are gang members, to a notorious prison in El Salvador. The president blasting the decision online, writing, "The Supreme Court won't allow us to get criminals out of our country."
Right.
And in more bad news for the president,
they're
the
all
House
criminals.
Budget Committee voting to reject a multi-trillion-dollar bill focused on his agenda. A group of hardline Republicans who had pushed for steeper spending cuts blocking the bill. The committee will reconvene Sunday night. That coming as Moody's downgraded the credit rating of the U.S. from AAA, its highest rating, to one notch below.
Well, that's too bad.
The firm citing the government's budget deficit and the rising cost of rolling over existing debt among high interest rates. Meanwhile, newly released audio from Axios confirming that former President Biden had a series of memory lapses during an interview with former special counsel Robert Hur, including that Biden struggled to remember the year his oldest son, Beau, died.
Fake news, he didn't die. He's still alive, and his name is Michael Jackson. Why are you talking about Biden? We're talking about deportations. Anyways, let's go back here and see what's going on here. Okay, Cato Institute. Yeah.
The Supreme Court is in the middle of a high-stakes debate over who gets to be a citizen at birth. It all centers on a Trump-era executive order that challenges the long-standing rule that anyone born on U.S. soil is automatically a citizen, even if their parents are here illegally or on temporary visas. And joining us now to break down what this all means is Thomas Berry with the Cato Institute. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Complicated issue, but let's start by just simplifying it. What is birthright citizenship, and why is this such a big deal in this case?
Sure. So birthright citizenship comes from the 14th Amendment, which is one of the constitutional amendments enacted after the Civil War.
So the question is, what is he trying to change, and what's his legal argument?
His argument is that people who are in the country illegally, their children should not be citizens, even if they're born within the United States. He's focusing on text in the 14th Amendment that says you're a citizen if you're born in the U.S. and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. The key question is, what does that mean?
But I know specific judges have had very pointed questions, in effect saying this could be a slippery slope. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, both sides have been concerned about nationwide injunctions because it short circuits the normal process, which is different trial judges reach different conclusions. You work your way up the system, you appeal to 13 appellate courts, and then finally you get to the Supreme Court at the top of the system, which decides for the whole country.
So if the court does side with President Trump, what does this then mean for citizenship rules?
It's important to emphasize they're not at the merits yet. So even if they side with Trump in this case, that doesn't mean they're deciding he was right on the constitutional question. It only means they're deciding that the nationwide injunction was not appropriate in this case. They might even decide they're never appropriate.
How concerned should people be? I know there's been a lot made of, okay, again, the slippery slope nature of this all, but just everyday Joe Q citizen out there, how concerned should they be about this?
Well, this would be a huge change in the law, and I think a very bad one if Trump eventually wins on the merits. It would mean it would be much more complicated to know who's a citizen. You don't just show your U.S. birth certificate. So that's certainly
we're all legal.
In terms of this particular case, it really depends on what
I've been living here my whole life, but I was born here illegally.
What does it mean for naturalized citizens?
That shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be a problem for them. If they got it through any other process besides birthright citizenship, that should be fine. And in fact, this order only applies going forward. So even if you're already born in this country to people here illegally, you're still a citizen permanently. It's only a question of people who are going to be born in the future to people here illegally.
Well, okay. What is populism? Definition. Oh, we're going to the definition. We got a bunch of opinion pieces here. Populism definition. Bam. When you press enter, that's kind of the starting to get Alex Jones guttural. It's kind of the way we like to do things here. We press enter after we put in a thing here. Populism defined. Okay, that's blah 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 blah. Okay. Nope, hold on. We're gonna go to Britannica. What does it mean? Populism, political program or movement that champions or claims to champion the common person, usually by favorable contrast with a real or perceived elite or establishment. There's a large business and financial interests, but also frequently being hostile to... Well, whose side are they on? Oh, authoritarian form of politics. Populist politics following this definition revolve around charismatic leaders who appeal to and claim to embody the will of the people in order to consolidate their own power. Uh-oh. Wow, Trump's a populist.
A teen driver in the line of
This is
fire.
where I'm from.
He freaked out and said, "Get back in the car."
A Tacoma father walks us through the senseless shooting that traumatized his son. Running from the law with a baby on board. See how this hectic chase on I-90 turned into a family affair. It's a full tank of cars and crime. So buckle up for tonight's Spotlight.
Crap hole.
Be risky business these days, and I'm not talking about the chance of...
Oh yeah, you gotta make sure you're clarifying being sarcastic, by the way.
There have been several recent crimes across western Washington where innocent drivers were targeted. So good evening and thanks for joining us for the Spotlight. You rolled narrowly in that passing car.
As the teen drove near the waterfront in Tacoma.
It's big, you know. I have pretty big hands.
Caden's dad, Kevin, showed...
It came through this back.
God damn.
He loves Wendy's.
After getting his
who loves
head to the
Wendy's?
Fife Wendy's drive-thru on a fast food run.
He loves Wendy's.
Who?
And decided to head to the Fife Wendy's drive-thru on a fast food run.
He loves Wendy's.
Who?
Started after the 17-year-old who just got his license, got done studying for his college courses, and decided to head to the Fife Wendy's drive-thru
college courses,
on a fast
17-year-old.
food run.
He loves Wendy's.
He loves
After getting
Wendy's,
his
yeah.
nuggets and fries, Caden was headed
Yeah,
to
fries.
Ruston Point, and dashcam video showed him singing as he drove. The light-colored sedan suddenly came up, passing on the left, and without warning, a shot rang
God
out.
damn, dude, come on, man.
Caden says
Why?
it
What are we
rang,
doing, man?
and he could smell gunpowder.
He said in between there, his ears were ringing.
That's fucking terrible, dude.
Swatted down.
Okay, but what else is going on out there? I'm wondering about it. News. Wait, we gotta reset here. It's always important to reset the algorithm, you know? Cookies, don't need them. We already went over that. Okay. Oh, get out of my face. Oh my goodness. Oh crap, we got another thing that we have to talk over and shit. Under Alien Enemies Act. Okay, go ahead. The Supreme Court blocked the Trump administration Friday from making further deportations under the centuries-old wartime law known as the Alien Enemies Act, marking the High Court's latest challenge against President Donald Trump's immigration agenda. The Supreme Court, which voted 7-2 in favor of an injunction against the removal of Venezuelan nationals, said in an unsigned decision of the Trump administration did not provide detainees. Oh, hold on. Uh-oh. Okay, Trump administration did not provide detainees enough time to challenge their removal in court. Okay. Yep, everybody's a fucking terrorist. Justices Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito wrote dissenting arguments, disputing the circumstances of nationals detained. The High Court mentioned Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Maryland man mistakenly deported to. Yeah. Okay, they already told him to fucking bring him back. Okay, anyways. My third eye going, wow. If you know, you know. Are you YouTubing yet? Okay, that's stupid. What are we doing? Okay, Little Sims Young. Okay. First one up. We're seeing 12K. Someone's getting pushed. 523. Is that 520? Yeah, 523. Oh, this band sucks, by the way. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. My testing 1 2 1 2. Okay.
Kind of cool. Whoa.
Who's that creeping in my window? I get a hot flash whenever the wind blows. Nothing to my name now, and everybody knows. When I'm in need of cash, I go down to the bingo. Last night I asked Jenny for a quid. This is the 5th time I'm used to taking the piss. A bottle of Rio and some
This kind of sucks.
Who's that over there? I taught myself to use a
Fucking sucks. What are we doing? What's this? Party for you. Okay. 179,000 people liked it. Must be good, right? Okay. That's my kind of intro. Oh, she got nice legs. Okay. Oh, what's she doing with that purse? Jeez. kind of rocking that shit, but she's showing her butt. Oh. Okay. Dude, don't dump the contents of your purse out. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, nice. Ooh. That's kind of fire though, actually. The commentary on beauty, you know? She doesn't want to accept what is expected of her. Right on, dude. This is actually kind of cool. Okay, what do we talk about? No, settle down, people. We're trying to look at the comments here. The embarrassment of realizing how you've destroyed yourself over someone who will never spare you a fraction of a second is so deep and real. Thank you for this, Charlie. Anyways, that's the show for today. Appreciate you all joining me. It was a good time spending with you, and stay tuned for the next one.